So I finally figured out what the name for this thing was. It was a Sharpshot, which is a dart tag blaster, single shot, with space for 3 in the front for storage. And so it was all black, so I cracked it open, took the pieces apart. There's some screws at different angles. I mean, the screw you see up top here spot is actually reversed from most of the screws hold this thing together. So it's kind of annoying. You can see other places where the things are being held in. And these pieces had extra screws. A lot of screws for a one-shot blaster. But as I was painting this thing, and you can see, yes, it's basically Elite Blaster colors. I had to make sure these things are orange. I can use them in competition. But mostly Florida Gator colors, which would be unfortunate if I take this to Georgia with me. But when I got done painting the blue for the shell for each half of this, I ended up with this on accident. So I may end up using this as the symbol for the backyard, well, my version of Thunderdome. So let me know what you think in the comments if I should try something else. This might be a little too militaristic when I want basically this to be a fun place. Maybe I'll put a teddy bear or something on it. Who knows? Alright guys, see you later. Okay, so I'm putting the Sharpshot back together. As you can see here, I've got this mostly put back together before I put it in. You can see which way the trigger catch spring is going to be hit with this tooth when it goes back. This spring is your priming return. It has to be back in place. This is an approved Orange Modwork spring made for rough cuts and the like. I doubt I'll leave this in very long, considering I already took out the air restrictor. So this guy's already been kind of drilled all the way through. Just kind of took this out of the plunger tube, drilled through the back, and just cleaned up some mess and took out the spring and the air restrictor. This has been painted back over. This is all basically painted black, so now this will be able to use in competitions. Other modders I've seen have not put these pieces back on, but it'll look pretty good with the paint job. At least the quick paint job I did. You can see some of the black bleeding through. This would need a second coat, but I'm just going to put this back on. So going from this to, yeah, that's not even moving in my hand. Might be a little difficult, but I'm going to see how it test fires once I put it back together, and I'll show you the video. Okay, before I turn in for the night, I just wanted to show you the finished version. This has a clear matte coat of paint on it. I did a pretty hasty job with it, so some of the paint I had to touch back up. But I decided to take the Orange Modworks Rough Cut Side Strike spring back out. It just didn't sound right. It was a little harder to prime. One of the great things about this for anyone to use it, how easy that primes backwards. Shoots the dart tag darts really good. It shoots even streamlines now because of the air restrictor was taken out. I had shown you that in the previous video. And really good base paint. I liked when you have removable pieces. I learned this from the Air Warriors blasters from Busby, is that when you take the pieces off and paint them separately, it just looks so much better. And even someone with rudimentary painting skills like me makes it really easy to make these. So what I'm probably going to do is leave this one University of Florida colors. Yes, Florida Gators. Florida colors. I'll probably make a Georgia, an Alabama, and LSU one, just so everyone can go against each other. I'm always curious when you put blasters like that, who goes for what first? Because even though I'm in Gator country here, I'm always waiting for someone to pick up the Florida State blaster first, just to see where they're coming from. But very easy to do, so I'll probably start modding the other Snapfires that I have, or sorry, Sharpshots. Keep getting this wrong. The Sharpshots. If I had to guess, this probably went from about 40 feet per second to 45 to about mid-50s. I do wish I could leave one in. I will try one with leaving this in, but it would probably shoot in the 70s, which is nice, but honestly, if you make this thing too hard to prime, especially with my hands, it kind of defeats the purpose for a casual nerfing play. But let's see a couple more of these. Once again, thanks to MC Vintage, who gave this lot of stuff to me free. This works great. The stuff you gave me was just painted black. And man, never give up on a Nerf blaster. They're so easy. It's kind of simple internals once you have practice with it. And honestly, if someone has some broken toys and you want to work with them, honestly, you can make a competitive blaster fairly easily. Alright guys,